Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the round of 4, the quarterfinals of the Beta Flash tournament number 98 with no rules for Total War Warhammer. No rules means cheese, and cheese means Demigryph Knights. So Prussian Prince is going to be fielding this Empire army against AggonyDuck, and let's go over the armies real quick before we get into the battle. So for Prussian Prince we see a cavalry, we see a witch hunter, we see 6 Demigryph Knights with halberds, and we see a main line of spearmen. Now for AggonyDuck we see 4 bats. Cool looking units, really. We have a lot of cairn wraiths, about 6 of them, and they are really cool units as they can absorb damage about 70%. So that is a really cool mechanic, and these guys are just so fearsome. Now for the rest of the army we do have some skeleton spearmen, some skeleton warriors on each flank, and then we have some graveguard over in the center, about 4 of them. So it looks like AggonyDuck is using his wizard to pin the Prussian Prince down. He's going to use a Wind of Death, kinda almost hitting the Witch Hunter, but he did like a lot of damage to the spearmen. Not sure why he didn't do it against the against Demigryph Knights. It might have been a risk, and I think these bats were a little bit mistimed as they didn't really stop the Demigryph Knights and let the Graveguard attack into them. So I think that's kind of a misclick, though. However, here the Demigryph Knights have stalled and the Cairn Wraiths are taking care of them. And we have engagements happening all across the field. We can see that the Prussian Prince is charging in, but AggonyDuck is charging in as well. We do see some magic going on. This is AggonyDuck casting Undeath Resurgent, which is going to give their troops plus 36 melee defense, plus 34 melee attack, and some leadership. We do see the first unit of bats crumbling and going down. The spearmen holding the line just fine. And we have the Demigryph Knights being swarmed, and this is where the Demigryph Knights really have their weakness. Once, if you're able to swarm Demigryph Knights, they rout, and when they rout, you can kill them. So I have a lot of units swarming in, though I think AggonyDuck should dispatch 1 unit and make it flank around or attack on the back or anything, because Prussian Prince right now is breaking up AggonyDuck center, and AggonyDuck is going to be casting a spell that resurrects dead units from that certain unit, so it kind of replenishes health and all that kind of stuff. But I think he's going to do that now. He casted Invocation, Resurrection of Death. Yeah, so he's doing that to the units into this area. And the Demigryph Knights are, however, attacking this unit in the back. We do see some spearmen routing while they have 74 men left, so that is insane. We do see that AggonyDuck has has broken this flank over here. It is attacking the general, but it is doing that very, very slow. I think he should have ignored maybe the general, and that he should have gone for this flank to kind of support it. We do see some Demigryph Knights over here. Perhaps maybe flanking around and swarming these Demigryph Knights would have been a better choice. We do see Demigryph Knights charging into Cairn Wraiths over here. Whoa, I am sorry for that. And the Wizard into the fight with the Demigryph Knights together with the Cairn Wraiths. He really needs to get to keep his morale up. Undeath Resurgent is cast again on these Cairn Wraiths, and they're making short work of these spearmen, but it's eventually the Demigryph Knights that it's going to be the end of the Demigryph of the bats. We have some Cairn Wraiths attacking all of these units, and they're gonna do a decent job. However, I think they are crumbling, so slowly but surely they will die. And units came back and attacked all these units in the back. They're attacked in the rear. That's of course really bad for their morale, and with another charge of the Demigryph Knights, I think a lot of the units are going to get into a state of crumbling. We have, however, the Wizard of AggonyDuck, who I think is accused from the Witch Hunter, so that is really bad. He's moving him away from the field. He's going to inspire all of these units over here and make sure they do not rout. And basically, AggonyDuck has been doing that with his Wizard the entire game. He's been going through this, he's been inspiring these units, and he's going back inspiring these units, and so on and so on. So it's really nice to see what AggonyDuck is doing. He's Not trying to cheese or anything, unlike the Prussian Prince, who just brought the most cheesy unit and spammed it, but it was allowed, so I'm not going to complain about it. We have these cane rays making short work of these Demograph Knights and Spearmen. Probably gonna be able to turn this flank if there are not too much reinforcements coming from the Empire. But it looks like Prussian Prince is gonna get the better hand on this flank. We see the General. He has taken a lot of damage. Unfortunately, he didn't die that fast, but he managed to escape out of the cane raids. That's going to be really good for Prussian Prince. Looks like we still have the Necromancer flying around, going to support this flank again. He was over here, now he's going to support that flank again. We see a massive rout going on for all of these Spearmen, as of course they're not really powerful units. They're good enough to hold up a flank. We see some cane raids crumbling, and this is not good. Looks like we see the General from the Prussian Prince going in again, and he is casting all of his spell on them, hold the line, and the two others that are available. So it looks like AggonyDuck was able to win this flank over here, but he doesn't have a lot of units left, while the Prussian Prince does have his General left, and that's gonna make sure that these units will come back from routing. We see a Demograph Knight in the back, we see some Spearmen over here, another Demograph Knight over here that is wavering, so it is actually not routing yet. It looks like these cane raids are going to chase all of these units to make sure that they not come back. We do have the Necromancer over here as well. But looks like the, the Prussian Prince winning on this side, and is going to be dispatching all of these units to finish the cane raids. We have the Witch Hunter, which accused these cane raids, so eventually, slowly but surely, they will start dying. They do not have a lot of health left, and once they reach a critical state, they're going to start crumbling, and then they're gonna die. We have the Demograph Knights charging into the cane raids. This is going to be the end of them. I'm quite sure of that. And then we have the Witch Hunter. Is he casting an ability? I'm not sure. But he's gonna take care of the Demograph Knights. They're routing, probably gonna die. He's casting Undead Resurgence right now on them, and of course the cane raids will destroy the Spearmen. We have the General activating Foe Seeker Deadly Onslaught, hold the line, and stand your ground. Attacking these cane raids in the back is going to deal a lot of damage, a lot of morale problems. And if AggonyDuck now had a spell like the Wind of Death and blew it like right here, he actually might have been able to win this game, I think. Though I'm not sure. AggonyDuck told me that somewhere in the game he miscasted a spell, and that spell could have potentially won him the game. So we see that the cane raids are already kind of in a state of crumbling. We see that AggonyDuck is using his Necromancer himself in battle to fight the General of the Empire. We can see that the morale is going down for both units over here. The Empire have too many units left, I think. I don't think AggonyDuck is going to be able to pull this one out. The cane raids have died. We do only have the Necromancer left. And that is going to be game, I guess. Charging into the General, trying to take down the General from the Empire. Imagine if he takes down the General of the Empire and then just waits for his magic to regenerate and then just kills it with magic. That could have been a possible strategy, but the General is going down. The Prussian Prince is taking this one, and we'll move on to the semi-finals of this, to the finals of this tournament, actually. So, good game to the Prussian Prince, very nice game to Duck. I would like to have seen Duck winning against the cheese that Prussian Prince brought, but, well, maybe we see such things in the finals. Well, thank you guys for watching.